playing off all night. I knew the opportunity would be there at some point and just took advantage of it.
What kind of happened on that technical from your vantage point?
Yeah, I think it was just a misinterpretation with the ref, because I don't know, he explained that he thought I had a particular gesture towards his partner, and it was so far from that, it wasn't even close to that. So hopefully I can talk to somebody in the league and they'll send my fine money back, but I'm on that ASAP.
You've talked some about Otto Porter, you know, how underrated he is. I mean, he was great in the Phoenix game, replacing Wiggins at the 3. Tonight he's in place of Draymond. You can look at his box score. What has he given you this year?
Well, I mean, he's a player who has the correct contract was given to him, but the perception of the contract and the situation that he was in, it hurt his value and it hurt kind of the way he was viewed across the league. And when you play with him, and it happens from time to time in the league, where guys just, I don't know what words to use, he just wilting away in the wrong organization. Not to say anything bad about Washington, I don't know whose fault it was, I'm not blaming anybody, but he can really play basketball at a high level in his mind. Yeah, 8 assists tonight, you know, and it's not like, it wasn't like a fluke. Made the right reads, made the singles, and those are the things we're looking for, you know, especially guys coming off the bench or who come in the game. Like we all know Steph and Draymond are the 2 guys that can have all the turnovers. And we can't have that many turnovers. He's done a great job of taking care of the ball, but making the right plays. And in the post, no one's known that he's had a post game like this. I was guarding on our scrimmage the other day. He scored a few buckets on me in the post, and he's legit 6'10", and he's shooting 40% clip from 3 for his career. And I don't know, I keep giving him a lot of credit, but Jacob Rubin was talking to me about Otto this summer. And, you know, his body of work hasn't been enough, and he hasn't been in the right situations to really show himself. And Jacob had been pushing him for a long time. And I think 2 days in, I was like, oh, wow, like he's got it. So he's one of those guys that's going to continue to play big and then have important minutes for us.
You mentioned the scrimmage. Klay was in the scrimmage, first time you've played with him. What'd you think? How do you look?
I mean, Allen Iverson used to always joke that Maurice Cheeks had a doc eye. He wanted to pass to Dr. J. And in the scrimmage, I kept passing it to Klay. But that wasn't like on purpose. And like the 5th, 6th time, I'm like, I'm not trying to pass to him. And I just keep finding him and he just keeps scoring. And Wiggs and I were talking about it after the game. I'm like, I kept getting assists from him, but I wasn't looking for him. And he was like, bro, he doesn't dribble. And I'm like, you know what that's going to open up for other guys? And he was like, it's just crazy. But we got to get through the bumps in the road because that comes with anything that you do in life. And there's going to be some bumps. So we got to just fight through those and keep ourselves at a steady level with our minds. And, you know, because you can win a lot of games in the regular season and then you can blow it in the playoffs. So we just got to keep focusing on not just winning the game, but playing at a high level every single night. And even if we lose, I'd rather lose at a high level than win a bad game. So we just got to keep playing high-level basketball.
It's always felt very far off with Klay, and you guys have, I think, purposely kind of tried to push it, you know, into the future. But it obviously feels very close now. He's scrimmaging with you. Are you gaining anticipation for it?
I've told myself to like not have that too much anticipation because everyone was, you know, reporting different things, and you don't know the toll it takes on a person trying to get back, and you're hearing so much about yourself. Like even if he's not looking for it, there's just so much news. It's going to enter your, you know, your little bubble or whatever you try to do to stay away from it. It's going to seep in, and I've tried to not do that with him in our interaction. You know, I've always tried to, you know, keep helping him push forward from that day. Because you can have some bad days because it's really tough not playing for 2 years. You're so close. And it's just like some days it's just like the world's going to close in on you because you've just been doing this for so long and you haven't touched the floor. So I think he's done an incredible job with the balance of understanding the process of getting back. He's been doing a hell of a job this go around with the rehab, with what happened after the first time. And I know he's excited, but the scrimmage was a good thing because he wasn't rushing, he wasn't trying to do too much. And, you know, he's getting I'm there, I'm looking out for him and making the game easy. He's making the game easy for other guys. So is flowing.
What have you thought about what Gavon's done for you guys this season? Does he look as healthy as he's ever looked to you?
Yeah, he's kind of he's taking this approach off the court that, you know, like basketball has kind of taken over, you know, his lifestyle in terms of getting healthy. Like he does yoga, he does Pilates, he's meditating, you know, he's, you know, figuring out his diet. He has this interesting diet with his body that he's trying to figure out. He's like one of one on earth with how his stomach works. So he's the prototype for how you try to get the most out of your career as an NBA professional and doing all the things off the court that will help you on the court. And he's just truly dedicated. People forget he's only 26 years old, been in the NBA for 7 years. You know, he has the perception that he's 33 because he's just, you know, he's a grown man, but he's still so young and he's going to play many more years. He's another guy similar to myself where you don't see the value on a stat sheet. What he does, obviously Steve has spoken towards his, you know, his love for Looney the last 2 years. And like, yo, Looney's doing so much, you just don't see it. And smart basketball minds see the value from it.
Monty, anything on Zoom? Monty?
Yeah, Andre, in the fourth quarter, you guys were plus 12 over them after they kicked you guys in the butt in the third quarter. What was more impressive to you, the physical stuff you guys did or the mental approach you guys took given the conditions?
Well, it was interesting because Steve spoke to it at halftime. Like, listen, every time we get a big lead on this team, historically they get right back in the third. So he's like, I'm not going to come in here and be all cool and calm and say you're doing a great job. Like, wake up. Like, starting thirds will be important. And they're a really good team. You know, they're third in the West for a reason. You know, they're trying to get better and better every year, keep making, you know, strides each and every year. So it's a testament to them that they came back like the way they did. But it's really says something about who we are in terms of the last 2 weeks have been so crazy for us, guys in, guys out. Like, guy missed 2 games, come right back quick. Jordan Poole's stuck in Boston for 10 days, and another guy was only stuck for 4 days. And just juggling with the roster and guys being ready to go. And great response from that Denver game. So that mental aspect is more important.
Great, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate
Appreciate
that.
it.